Okay, let's take a look. So we have increased a certain quantity by 10%. Later, we have increased this new quantity again, this time by 18%. Express the two increases as a single increase. What percentage of a change is that? Round your answer to the nearest 100. That's a weird question, isn't it? So basically, we're going to increase by 10%, then by 18%. What is the total percent increase? That's the question. So we increase by 10%, then by 18. What's the total percent increase? Okay, well, do you know what I'm going to suggest that we do on this question? I'm going to suggest that, excuse me, we start with an easy number like $100. Do both increases and look at the pattern in the final answer. So I hope you're getting the way I go after problems. It's not just my little thing. This is how math, science, engineering, STEM people think about solving problems that they haven't solved before. It's not about memorizing a million formulas. Math, science, STEM people don't have a head chocked full of a bunch of formulas they memorized. It's not about that. It's about learning how to problem solve. And so notice what I always do is I just start with an easy number like $100 and I just see what happens. And then when I'm done, I look at the pattern in the final answer and try to figure out what's going on from that. So let's do it. Let's start with $100 and let's do the first step. Let's increase it by, what they say, 10%. So how do you increase? I think this is something we can all do. How do you take $100 and increase it by 10%?
$100 plus 100 times the 10%.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we take the $100 times the 10. Well, yeah, I'll do it in the order you said. You're right. You need to take the $100 plus the 10% of $100, right? And that, if you do that on your calculator, that'll come out 110 bucks. Right? You got to take the original 100. Oh, did I write 1,000? What am I doing? There we go. Got to take the original 100 and then increase it by 10% of 100, right? Then you get 110. Now, next, increase that by, what is it, 18. By 18%. So how do we take the answer we just got? This is the 10% increase, and now increase that by 18%. How do we take $110 and increase it by 18%? You know how to do that, right? What am I going to do?
110 plus 110 times 0.18.
Perfect. Yeah, we good there? You just take the 110 and then you increase it by 18% of the 110. I'm getting 129.8, or I don't need that zero at the back, just 129.8. You guys getting that okay? Making sense so far? So what am I doing? Well, they want me to find out. They're saying a certain quantity that, I don't know what it is. I made it $100 to make it easy. A certain quantity is increased by 10%, then by 18%. So I said, I don't know what that's going to be. I'm just going to take $100 because that's a nice, easy number. And I'm going to increase it by 10%, came out 110, and then take that, increase it by 18. So I took that $110 and I increased it by 18%. And after both increases, I've got 129.80. Well, 129.8. $129.80. So now I need to look at the pattern in the final answer. Tracking with me? Look at the pattern in the final answer. So let's do that. So $100 has been increased 10% and 18% to become 129.80, right? So what does that mean happened to my $100? If I told you, hey guys, I had $100 and it became 129.80. If 100 becomes 129.80, what does that mean happened to my money? How much did it go up by? It increased by the 29.80, right? The 100 became the 129.80. So it increased by $29.80. What percentage is that?
You would have to solve to find the percentage.
Well, okay. If I say to you guys 7%, what does that mean in real world?
0.07.
That's the decimal. What if I said I watched the baseball game last night, and 7% of the crowd was wearing hats?
7 out of 100.
Yeah, it means 7 per every 100. Right? That's the very meaning of a percentage. That's why there's 2 zeros with the divide symbol. It means divide by 100, right? 7 per 100. Right? So therefore, if I said, hey, I had $100 and it increased by $7. What percentage is that? Well, that's just 7%. Because that's 7 per 100, right? If you have $100, you've already got the per 100, right? So 7. So therefore, my point is, if something increases 7%, if you have $100 and it increases $7, that's 7 per that 100, meaning it's 7%, right? You tracking with me?
So does that then mean that the 29.80 is the percentage that we're looking for?
Of course it does. Yes. Does that make sense? That's it. Why? Because that's $29.80 per 100, right? I took $100 at an increased $29.80. So let me write it out more carefully. That means it went up $29.80 per, right? $29.80 per 100, right? For the $100, right? I started with the $100 and it went up $29.80. That means this increasing plan where you increase 10%, then 18%, is going to make your money go up $29.80 for every 100. Doesn't it? Isn't that what we just did? I just started with $100 and I increased it 10% and then 18%. It went up to $129.80, which means it increased $29.80 for the $100. Right? So that means it increases $29.80 per every $100, which means it increases 29.8%. Problem done. Do you see why 100 is so nice now? Why I chose 100 to start with? Because when you get an answer for 100, that is a per 100. That is a percent automatically. That goes to the meaning of what percent means. It means per 100. So it went up $29.80 per 100. So we're done. So that's how you do the problem. So whatever percentages they give you on the question, just take $100 and increase it by the first percentage, then increase it by the second percentage, and take a look at what you've got when you're done. That's the increase per $100. That's the percent increase. 29.8. Interesting to look at the final result, isn't it? What I mean is it came out more than if we just added them. If we just added 10 and 18, we would have got 28, wouldn't we? But this came out a little higher than that. It came out 29.8. So in other words, increasing by 10% and then by 18% has a more than 28% increase. 28 would not have been high enough. It's actually 29.8. Why? Well, because when you increase an increase, that has a growing effect. So that kind of makes sense, doesn't it?